We're exposing them today, the Semitics, the Semite. We going to the root. We going to the root. We checking the phenotype. We checking the landscape. We checking the topography, the geography, the linguistics. Nose distribution, head distribution maps. We checking all the maps. And the conclusion is the Semitic game is the Caucasian game. You see what I'm saying? Look, Bible-based anthropology. See, that's the difference between us and everybody else. We don't have no religious-based anthropology. Everybody got some anthropology from somebody in a cave. You know, a manuscript in a cave, or somebody in a mountain, somebody on top of a mountain, or somebody in a cave. Anthropology. You know, the holy lands is the holy sands, and the sand is deserted. Desert means deserted. The holy land is the holy sand. All the holy places is sands and high as mountains. Any and all holy place, holy structures are shrines, cave shrines, mountain shrines, desert duns. Pyramids got limestone in it. Caves got limestones in it. So the limestone was keeping you in the cave and underground. See, they was kept underground. These are inner earthers. Remember, if you're not African, yeah, you are inner earther, subterranean. You know, some of them subterranean, some of them in the mountain. You know, mountains and underground caves. There's caves and mountains, and then an underground cave. You see what I'm saying? That's Semitic, Hamitic, all that's troglodyte. Semitic, Hamitic, Eurasian, Mongoloid, Neanderthal, Denisovan, that's all troglodyte. Troglodyte means cave dwellers. You see what I'm saying? We got, well, the Caucasus, the Caucasus is mountain. So the Caucasian is the mountain man, and the regular Asian is the land underground caveman. This is for educational purposes, and this is for educational purposes. We're just summing it all up. This is a summary. All right, we back, we black. So remember, the biblical situation, remember, that's giving non-Africans some legitimacy, basically. The biblical situation gives Africans legitimacy, gives them land, and gives them direction. It teaches them how to conquer. This is an instruction, man. You got to know how to read the Bible and Islam, and the Talmud, the Judaism, all that stuff. They all talk about how they can do whatever they want to non-believers or people who are not the same people as them. That's all that stuff is about. Just like Harry Potter, the half-blood prince, and all this stuff dealing with half-bloods, pure bloods, even true bloods. You got this blood, you got that blood, and God doggone underworld. This blood versus that blood. This blood. These are blood wars. They be having their holy wars. They're nothing but blood brothers. All of them blood brothers. You know, all the people of the books are nothing but companions of the caves. All the 7 sleepers of the caves, those are the 7 troglodyte races of different people in caves and caverns. You in a cave, you in a cavern, you in the Arctics, you in the deserts. You see what I'm saying? So, and then we got the people occupying the other parts of the equator that they ain't supposed to be. They're getting heavy doses of sunburn, radiation burn, and heat waves. They're dying by the thousands because you're not in a land you are supposed to be at. You are not physically compatible with the sun. That's what all the covering is about. That's called sun protection. Clothes have a sun protection factor. So the fabrics that they wear are the fabrics that shield them from the sun. All these fabrics and stuff they put on their heads, wraps, towels, whatever you want to call them, those are sun protection. You know, this is for educational purposes. You know? So you got to understand the finesse. You look for the temperatures and you look for the Afro-Asiatic map and the nose map. It's all the same. You see what I'm saying? The same Afro-Asiatic areas, the same narrow nose areas, the same black wavy hair areas, the same, what am I missing? Invasion area. The same Afro-Asiatic area is the same invasion area, which is the same desert climate area. And Arab means inhabitant of the desert. So remember, they are the Caucasian side who are desert climate. So remember, the Caucasian, he's in the other mountains in Europe. They over here in these mountains in Africa. You know, the mountains in Africa and the mountains in Saudi Arabia. Mountains in Russia and stuff like that. They got a different mountains jump off. You know, they're claiming different mountains. I come from this mountain. I spoke to Allah on this mountain. I spoke to God on this mountain. I spoke to Yahweh on this mountain. But it's still a mountain. It's a mountain connection. You know, it's a writing connection. You go to Egypt, it's a bird writing in bird. You go to Europe, they writing with a bird feather. One's writing, one is a bird writing in a bird language, bird hieroglyphs and bird letters. And then you go to across the pond, you writing with a bird feather. You go back across the pond, somebody got a bird on top of their head, a duck or something. What's that? Gabe. Look at the pictures of I'm not spelling Geb. Look at his picture. He got a duck on top of his head. He got a duck on his head. He got a feather on his head. She got wings on her back. He got wings on her ankle. And you writing with bird feathers. And you got a star on your flag. This is Star Wars, Bird Wars, Mountain Men, Cavemen, Troglodyte, Neanderthal, Denisovan, which is non-African. It's all non-African. That's why wherever you at, you call African. You been in Australia, hey, this African man. You in Europe, he's African. Remember, black and African, that's interchangeable, so don't get it twisted. Hey, there's no places called black. Yes, it is. Just Sudan, Nigeria, there's a lot of places called black. Islands of Negritos Island, Negro Island, Island of Negroes. So you got to understand what's going on. You got to understand the finesse. There are places called black. We are black. Black body radiation. We are the absorber and emitter of radiation. The radiation damages non-Africans. If you don't have kinky hair and wide nose, you will get radiation damage and all types of heat waves and all type of problems being in the sun. You got a problem with the sun, not us. You just need us to do all your work in the sun. That's the vampire motto. While the vampires sleep, you work during the day. They'd be out at night with the moon out. Remember, and then dealing with the Semitic situation, they controlled by the moon. That Islamic Semitic, that's moon. You eat when you see the moon. You be out there, but this is the moon. I'm hungry. You see what I'm saying? You controlled by the moon. You got a moon situation. You got a moon on your flag, and you controlled by the moon. You see what I'm saying? All prayers and stuff is around some type of light. What? A moon, the sun, or star. That's all illuminations. Illuminations. That's dealing in the realm of illumination. A star, a light, and the sun is illumination. These are agents of the light. Remember, we call dark skin, so we agents of the dark. Well, black Africa, dark Africa, the dark continent. That's the tropical regions, not no desert regions. Remember, the desert regions, North Africa and East Africa, and some parts of South Africa, where the Caucasian is at. Protecting that cave, he throws monkey fossils in there here and there, and then refine them. They play hide and go seek with monkey fossils with their blood brothers. Then they find the monkey fossil and they say, what is it? This is Homo super cryptophypho. They was walking upright and eating leaves and goats. Then they find another one. This is Trophlophagus Homo rhytophagus. They was eating fish. They was eating fish. They lived in caves, and they're very strong. You can't check it. What you gonna go behind them and say, I'm gonna check? Even when they say something about the sky, what you gonna get by one of their telescopes? I'm gonna check. You gonna fly up there, get permission, have enough money to fly into the sky, get clearance. If you have clearance, I'm gonna check. You can't check nothing. So when they carve something, they shake a little valve. Oh, this was from my 9 billion years ago. You got a cold case from 40 years ago. How you solving goddamn 10,000? You weren't even born. How you solving cases before you was born? And you got cold cases that's like 10 years old, 50 years old, to 60 years old, to 100 years old. Y'all got 100-year-old cold cases, but y'all solving 10 million-year-old shit. Get the fuck out of here. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. These people is popping up in the ADs. Remember, time is made up. We under what Pope calendar we under? What colonizing calendar? What colonizing system we under? Huh? Romans, Greeks,